And we are back at Tom Ridge Center again at the Writers Road Trip 7, the one-day conference here in Erie, Pennsylvania that Holly and I speak at just about every year. And we're going to swing over here to Todd. Todd is the planner extraordinaire who puts this whole thing together, but he actually is going to give us a question to talk about. Todd?
Well, hello there, and I want to thank both of you also for your continued support. It's very important. We can't have this function without having qualified presenters, and thank you. Put me on the spot. Miking me up. Qualified presenters and people who care about writing and helping new writers grow. My question is, and it's something that I'm very concerned with the fact that a lot of people, especially younger people, seem to think that they can get everything they want either off the web or just self-publishing and just dumping it out there without ever having any going to a live feedback group. I mean, yes, you can do things online, which I'm sure you'll say answer, but the importance of coming to a live conference or a mini conference or attending writing group functions live to be with your constituents or people.
Okay, thanks, Todd. All right, now let me re-mic myself. We got fancy. Look at
well, and by we, Susan got fancy.
Susan loves tech toys. Susan loves tech toys.
She throws things on my shirt and says, talking to this,
I'm
and
like,
I say, okay.
Let me mic you up. Yeah, here we go.
All right, so live connections. My first conference, and we've talked about it in the past.
We went together.
I know, and it was overwhelmingly cool for me because really I'd met a few people and I'd gone to some RWA conferences. Nothing was really close. I didn't do it regularly, but to be in this place with so many other authors, other people who were published or not published, and it was beyond. It was just
cool.
It was a once in a lifetime.
Really cool.
And I met some people who have stuck by me.
Absolutely.
All these years later. I will also say I met some online that I'm still friends with and have been with me all these years later.
Yeah, I think there's value to both. There absolutely, but that's the thing. There's value to both, not just online. You can get a lot online, but it's not the same as being with other people. And one of the other things then that Todd kind of inferred or implied, I should say, he implied the fact that some people want to self-publish and don't want to learn anything at all about craft. And that is, you have to learn your craft. It's like you can't be a carpenter without learning the craft. You can't, you can't do a lot of things. You can have some intuition, and if you have that, that's great. Because I think writing is equal parts natural talent and then learned skills as well.
Well, and I think some people are nervous about going to a conference, even something on the smaller scale like today, because writers, I think, inherently are introverts.
We're introverts.
I am someone who happily can spend days upon time by myself, not talk to anybody. I'm okay with that. But I will say that writers are a welcoming group. When I go to conferences, I see someone sitting by themselves, I tend to go over. I went to a lunch one time and a woman was sitting by herself. I was with a huge group. And I said, if you're alone because you need some downtime, got it. But if you're alone because you don't know anybody, come join us. I had a woman call my room by mistake one time, going to the big award thing, and she was looking for someone who wasn't me, and she's like, "Oh, I was going to go to the awards with her." And
Poor woman.
I'm like, "Okay, maybe down on the first floor, and I'll go with you." And I'll say, she goes, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So I sat with a stranger at the awards. I think
there are no strangers at writers' conferences because you are all of the same tribe, and it's so easy to break the ice. All you have to do is say, "Well, what do you write?" Right? Everybody likes to talk about what they're writing right now. So that's all you have to do. What do you write?
My biggest conference advice, we could do a whole one on conference advice, but is when I go to conference, I believe there are two types of people, those who know me and love me, and those who don't know me and will love me. And now, frankly,
she has no room for people who will not love her. She does not believe this. It's not part of her equation.
No, frankly, there is a third that will never love me at all.
The people that just can't stand you.
But when you find those people who do not love you, you pretend they do because it just pisses them off.
Kill them with kindness.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm all about that. So, but if you go with that sort of mentality, I think it makes it easier to introduce
conference
yourself.
Advice is always comfortable shoes. Okay, I don't do uncomfortable shoes.
Oh, somebody just sent me a text message
at conference
asking about my shoes today because
Take it off, Holly. She's throwing her shoes around now.
Look at that! And I don't know if you can see the plaid, but they're plaid toms, and they're lovely. Somebody said, "Send me a picture," and so I did.
There you go. Now it's
now everybody knows about the plaid.
Commemorated on video.
The plaid toms.
So we do recommend, absolutely, find a local conference, find a local writers group. The other thing is, with getting feedback from another person is learning to get the little bit of a thick skin that you gotta have to be a writer. Gotta have it, because even if you don't do any critiquing or get any feedback from somebody, someday you're gonna put your work out there and other people are gonna review it. And they're not all gonna love it.
I just pretend they all do.
Ignore those people as well.
Do. I just don't have time for it. So if you're in the Erie area, give us a holler. We'll set you up for next year. And if not, look around your area. Writers are everywhere. So I suspect you can find something. So.
And check out PennWriters. We're .org. PennWriters.org. PennWriters.org. You don't have to live in Pennsylvania to be a member. It's multi-genre. It's nonfiction. We got writers of all stripes, all ilks. So check them out as well. And we will see you next time.